How are we doing, you wonderful people? My name is Jay, and today we're taking a look at the SMOK Nord 2. Now, if you are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the little notification bell, because that way YouTube will notify you every single time I upload a brand new video. But now that's out of the way, let's get into the video. So in today's video, we're taking a look at the SMOK Nord 2. Now, I will admit the Nord 2 has been around for a few months, but I never got round to reviewing it. We recently reviewed the Vapresso Luxe PM40 kit, and while I was doing this review, I couldn't quite put my finger on what device it reminded me of. And then it hit me, it was the Nord 2. Now, like it or not, the SMOK Nord series has been one of the most popular pod systems in the UK market. I actually can't remember the amount of people that have come into my shop and asked for a SMOK Nord. And to be fair, the SMOK Nord was a pretty decent pod system, so it was very easy to see why they were so popular. If you guys want to see a comparison video between the Vapresso Luxe PM40 and the SMOK Nord 2, then make sure you leave a comment down below. These devices are pretty similar, so it'd be very interesting to get them side by side and see what the differences are. But that's enough of me talking, let's take a look at the SMOK Nord 2. In your box, you will get one 1500 mAh Nord 2 device, one 4.5mm RPM pod, one 4.5mm Nord pod, one 0.4 mesh RPM coil, one 0.8 mouth to lung mesh coil, and one micro USB charger cable. The Nord 2 is a lightweight and compact pod system that fits lovely in the hand. Even though the device has a nice finish, it struggles to give off that premium feel. I do like the overall design of the Nord 2. It's small, it's lightweight, and it's compact. My only concern is the build quality. It does feel very plasticky, and it doesn't fill me with confidence that this would survive a lot of knocks or drops. The Nord 2 kit comes with two separate pods. You have one pod for your Nord coils and one pod for your RPM coils. I really like the fact that SMOK have included two separate pods with the Nord 2 kit, one for your RPM coils and one for the Nord coils. Not only does this mean you can have two flavors or two different coils on the go, but it gives you much more freedom in tailoring your vaping experience. Not only that, but the Nord coils and the RPM coils have such a wide variety to choose from, meaning you guys can tailor your vaping experience even more. To remove your pod, all you have to do is pull the pod out the top of the device. And to fit your pod, simply push your pod back into the top of the device. To remove your coil, all you have to do is pull the coil out of the base of the pod. And to fit your coil, put the coil back into the base of the pod and push down to secure. Both the Nord coils and the RPM coils have two flat edges, which means these coils can only be fit in one certain way. So make sure you line up the flat edges, otherwise you're going to get excessive leaking issues. To fill your pod, simply pull back on the rubber bung, fill with your e-liquid, and push the rubber bung back into place. It looks like SMOK have kept the Nord 2 just as simple as the original Nord. However, the biggest upgrade is the screen on the side and the adjustable wattage. The Nord 2 has the firing button on the face of the device with the screen on the side. And to turn on your device, press the firing button 5 times. And to turn off your device, repeat this process. To adjust your wattage, simply press the firing button 3 times, and then your wattage will start to flash. Once it's flashing, you can press the firing button to raise your wattage in 1 watt increments. However, if you press and hold the button down for longer, the wattage will raise quicker. Don't worry if you go past the wattage you're trying to select. All you have to do is go all the way up to 40 watts, press the firing button 1 more time, and it will roll round to 5 watts again, giving you another chance to readjust your wattage. I will admit it did take me a few days to get used to the fact I don't have a plus and minus button, and it's one button that does everything. However, it is quite easy to adjust because once you've set your wattage, you're not planning on changing it anytime soon unless you're changing your coil. The USB port is located at the base of the device. SMOK decided to fit a micro USB charging port on the Nord 2. Now, I am aware that this device did come out a number of months ago, so it really wouldn't be fair to slate them for not having a USB-C charging port. However, SMOK are one of the last companies to make that transition to USB-C, and I have been seeing it on their recent devices, but it was nowhere to be seen for the Nord 2. It's not that much of a big deal as the 1500 mAh battery still does charge rather quickly, just not as fast as a USB-C. But now you know everything about the SMOK Nord 2, how does it vape? Firstly, I tried the 0.4 RPM mesh coil, and the flavour was pretty average. It was very smooth on the inhale with no spitback or leaking issues. Secondly, I tried the 0.8 mouth to lung mesh coil for the Nord, and again, the flavour was average. A very smooth inhale with no spitback and leaking issues. For me personally, this is what let SMOK down. That's their inconsistent coil life and their average flavour. I call it the coil lottery, because you never know what you're going to get with SMOK coils. You could have 2 boxes of coils side by side from the same batch, and in one box of coils, all the coils work perfectly fine. But in the other box of coils, 3 of them are dud and don't even register. Now I know that coils are mass produced, and I also know that SMOK are one of the most popular vaping brands in the world. However, once you get past that coil quality control, the flavour's just pretty average. It's definitely not a bad flavour, and it's definitely not something to rave about. It sits in the middle. It's okay, it will do the job, but there are definitely other coils out there that will produce a lot better flavour. One thing I will say is SMOK have improved their coil quality across 2020. I'm judging this based on the release of the Nord 2, which has been a fair few months. But in the last half of 2020, SMOK have used completely different coils that do have a better average coil life and do produce a lot better flavour. Overall, I think SMOK have released a decent pod system. It's lightweight, it's compact, has a better battery life, adjustable wattage, and a completely different set of coils which are now compatible. Personally, I would have liked SMOK to have fitted a USB-C charging port, because that would have made the Nord 2 stand miles apart from the original Nord. As you guys know, I just prefer USB-C ports. I am just done with micro USB charging ports. I would recommend this device to anyone who's looking to make the switch, or anyone who is a fan of SMOK products. The Nord 2 might not be a perfect device, but it will definitely do a job. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys like the style and design of the Nord 2? And if you don't, what's the one thing that you would change? Leave a comment down below. I love talking to you guys and hearing what you guys have to say. And that wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Remember to subscribe with notifications turned on if you haven't already. Just to remind you guys, if you want to see a comparison video between the Vapresso Luxe PM40 and the SMOK Nord 2, then make sure to leave a comment down below. And lastly, if you want to follow my day to day and see the behind the scenes of how these videos are put together, or just keep up to date with my weird and wonderful life, especially with lockdown, I'm a weird guy, then make sure you follow my Instagram for my daily Instagram stories, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace!